vegetable oil. Over here I have my onion. I like to cut my onions when I'm cooking. Everybody, I'm making jollof rice today. So I'm just going to wait for the oil to heat up a little before I go in with the onion. First thing I'm going in with is my thyme to flavor the oil so much. This is ginger garlic paste, goes in next. What do you say? Next thing that goes in is onion. My baby. It's aromatic oil. The next thing I'm going to add is bay leaf. Bay leaf is a must in your jollof rice. If you want to get that aroma, you must add bay leaf. Go ahead and saute that. We are doing this so that all the aromatics we've added in here can release their aroma into the oil. This is called flavour and it's very important when making jollof rice so that the jollof rice will come out smelling so good. And you want to be patient while doing this. Like, you want to do it from medium to high heat. That way it doesn't produce too much juice, but it gets really crisp and it releases so much flavor into the jollof rice. Okay, another thing is that I always have my tomato mix pre-made. I always have something like this in my fridge, so whenever I want to make jollof rice, stew, jollof pasta, anything that needs stew base, basically I just go to my fridge and get some out of my fridge. But this is always in my fridge. If you want me to show you guys a video of how I make my pepper base, just leave a comment and I'm going to upload a video. I'm going to make one after now. So this is already looking good, but as you can see, it's not yet so crisp. So we are still going to allow this for a while before we go in with our pepper base. This is a combination of, in here I have some fresh tomatoes, I have tatache, I have shombo, I have rodo, I have ginger, I have garlic, I have all of those good stuff. So if you want to see a video, just leave me a comment and I'll make one. At the moment we are still fragranting. Sorry guys, we are still trying to build flavors. What we are doing right now is called flavor building. Yes, we are building flavors with all our aromatics so that they can release their nice aroma into the oil. So after that is done, the next thing we're going to do is to go in with our pepper base. Like I say, I always have this in my fridge. So if you want to see a video, then let me know and I'll upload one after this one. Another thing you want to note while cooking jollof rice is that you have to be patient while frying your pepper base. You have to see if you don't have time. Don't worry about cooking jollof rice, honestly, because if you don't fry your pepper base very well, you're not going to get what you want from your jollof rice. The quality of your pepper base is going to affect the overall quality of your jollof rice. So if you don't fry your pepper base well, if you don't fry it to be well fragrant and well aromatic, you're not going to get a good jollof rice. Okay, Taylor the awesome guy, so good to have you here. Thank you for joining in. Hope you're learning something from the life already. We just started, we're making jollof rice. I'm currently still in the process of frying the stew base and all of that. And I was saying you need a lot of patience while cooking jollof rice, especially when it comes to your pepper base. So we are just going to allow this to keep frying for about 3 minutes, 5 minutes before we come again to season this to perfection. Guys, I said we are going to season this to perfection. So we're just going to allow this to fry in the meantime. Then I will come back again and we are going to season this. So I'm actually doing other things, but unfortunately my camera cannot move around. Don't forget to check up on your tomato base from time to time. We want this to fry very well, but we do not want this to burn. Oh, it's so good to have you, Taylor the awesome guy. Thank you for joining. You're watching from Oregon, USA. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you for joining. We're making jollof rice. Do you know how to make jollof rice? Have you learned something since you joined in? Let me know. Have you eaten Nigerian jollof rice before? You guys, have you guys eaten Nigerian jollof rice before? I'm making authentic Nigerian jollof rice. So our stew base has been frying for a while now. I'm just going to go ahead to season this properly. For seasoning, I'm using some shallot. Shallot is a breed of onion that is very aromatic. It has a lot of flavors in it, so it's very important to use shallot when cooking your jollof rice. This is the store bought, usually sold dried out like this in the store, but you can always get the fresh one if it is available to you. So I'm just going to add a bit of that in here. Then I'm also going to go in with some dried onion. This also adds a lot of flavor to your jollof rice, so it's important to add it when you're making. Basically, just season your jollof rice with all your preferred herbs and seasoning, because it's important to season when making jollof rice. It's important that you season your meat first of all. It's important to season your meat to perfection, because the meat stock is going to go a long way to tell on the overall integrity of your jollof rice. When I say integrity, I'm talking about taste, I'm talking about color, I'm talking about aroma and the likes. So after seasoning your meat very well to have a very good stock, the next thing you want to do is to season your pepper mix. This is what I'm doing now, to season your pepper base very well. That is going to help you get really nice and really flavorful jollof rice. So this is a combination of some of my favorite seasoning cubes. I just grinded that, and I'm going to be adding just a bit. You really do not want to overdo your seasoning with your pepper mix. Like I said, you have to season your... What is really important in your pepper mix is not seasoning powder. It's all the natural herbs and natural spices like ginger, thyme, garlic, onion, and all those natural aromatics that is going to give your jollof rice a really nice aroma at the end of the day. This is some chicken seasoning powder because I'm using chicken stock for this recipe. Then I'm going to add a bit of rosemary. One thing about rosemary can be very overpowering when you cook with it. It has a very strong flavor. It has a very strong aroma. It has a really strong aroma rather. So when you're cooking with rosemary, you just have to go mild with rosemary, especially the dried ones. Some people say they find the fresh ones to be more flavorful, but I think these dried ones are really, really very flavorful. So when you're cooking with them, just want to go in with a little. If not, it's going to overpower the flavor of your food. Rosemary is just like cooking with crayfish. When you're cooking with crayfish, you just have to put, if you don't want it to overpower the flavor, the overall flavor of the meal, you just have to go easy on it. Crayfish can be very, very overpowering when you cook with it. Crayfish and rosemary, they are in the same class. They have high flavor and they can be very overpowering when you put them in your meals. So I'm just going to put a bit of rosemary in here because I don't want it to be the only spice that people are going to be tasting in my meal. I have this philosophy that when you cook food, people are not supposed to know the exact spice or seasoning that's in the food, except if they are chefs themselves. Like it's supposed to be a balance. It's supposed to be a balance when cooking your meals. A very nice balance when cooking your meals. So I'm just going to stir all of that to combine. Then we're going to just allow this to continue frying for the meantime. You guys, this is the rice we are using today. We're using normal Nigerian rice. Now, before you cook with your rice, it's important that you wash it, guys. Make sure you wash your rice before adding it to your jollof. I hear some people just measure their rice directly and add it to their food, add it to their base without washing. That is very wrong, guys. Make sure you wash your rice before adding it to your jollof. And to wash my rice, I don't know if you guys can see very well. I'm trying to manage my space. To wash my rice, I'm going to add in. To wash my rice, I'm going to add in a bit of salt. I'm going to add in a bit of salt to my rice. Then I'll add in a bit of water. Yes, sir. Then I'll add in a bit of water. And I'm just going to use my hands to work it in for about 5 minutes or thereabouts. Our pepper base is already looking so good, but we are not done yet. In fact, we are not even close yet. So we'll just keep frying that. Yes, I'm not using any tomato paste for this recipe, so the color is not going to be very intense. I don't want the color to be so intense. I'm not using any tomato paste. I only use fresh tomatoes. I do not use any tomato paste. So what I'm doing right now as I'm washing the rice. I added a bit of salt here, and I'm just using my hands to rub that in. Make sure you don't forget your rice. I see here. You guys, can you see all that starch? I don't know if you can see. Can you see all that starch? This is why it is important to wash your rice. See all that starch that is coming out of it. So I'm just going to go ahead to drain this in my sink, and I'll come and show you guys. So guys, this is what our rice is looking like. It has been properly cleaned. I ran it under the tap for about 3 times. So this is what it's looking like. It has been properly cleaned. So I'm just going to go back to check on our tomato. You guys, you don't want this to burn off. So we keep checking on it. You guys, our pepper mix is almost ready. You know your pepper mix is ready when the oil starts to float on it, when it gets crispy, like it gets almost grainy. You still have like 10 minutes to go. I'll be serving my jollof rice with some plantain. So I'm going to go ahead slice my plantain and start frying, guys. Jollof rice and plantain is always a very, very, very interesting combination. You guys, I'm just going to go ahead to prep the plantain. My plantains are a bit overripe because I've had them for a while now, but they still serve their purpose, so it is what it is. Our seafood is almost ready now, guys. Just let's go ahead and add some cayenne peppers for that deep red color.